So, and when you're done, then we'll go to the video. Yeah? Right. Okay. Just need to remember there. Right. Right. You ready? Dave. We're ready. Thank you. That's right with that. Right, thank you everybody for coming. Transgender Day of Remembrance, as everybody knows, it's a worldwide event that remembers or honours the people who died in the past year, been murdered through hatred, bigotry, violence. Names of suicides aren't mentioned on the list, but they're also remembered at this time. Maybe some of you have seen on the news about Vicky Thompson, the lady who got put into a man's prison, and she's not sadly not with us anymore. Those with longer memories of, she took a life. Those with longer memories will remember the story about Leila Alcorn, and there's many suicides that are caused through ignorance, basically, so we have to remember them today. Also, as it's TDOR, there's things that need to be said to do with the way that trans people are actually treated in England, to be fair. And a little bugbear is the NHS. There's people who identify as transgender, and the waiting list is that long. Yeah, if you identify as transgender, you can't live in the role that you were assigned at birth. So you have to live, as if you were born male. You have to live as trans, and you have to live out there as trans without the help and support from the gender services. You're not getting the hormones, or you're buying hormones online, which is very dangerous. And it's almost as if it's enforced cruelty. And this really shouldn't happen. And I think that's just as much an important subject that affects the lives of trans people who are alive in this country. Sorry, I know it affects somebody here as well. So we want to bring attention to things, and we want to bring attention to things that actually matter to people. Talking about myself, when I first came out as trans, I had an 18-month wait to be seen by the gender clinic. Sorry. I had an 18-month wait to be seen by the gender clinic, and I did the whole buying hormones online and stuff like that. But without blood tests and without the proper service and stuff, things get messed up, I know people who maybe had too much spiritol, and then now later down the years have got problems with the bones, with the teeth, with all that type of stuff, because they're not getting the proper care. Who's responsible for that? The National Health System is supposed to be healthcare the point of contact. So I believe that if you were actually living in rural and your gender dysphoria is that much where you have to live in rural, then you should be able to access healthcare, as simple as that. We've got a couple of things for you tonight. We've got AJ McKenna, the poet, was going to be here tonight, but she had a gig in Brixton last night, and she isn't getting back up north till later on. But what she has done is she's done us a piece, a media piece, which will be shown, which is pretty awesome, I think, and we're very grateful for that. And then after last year's TDOR, when loads of us tried to read the list out, and it got a little bit messy because, when you're reading out names like that, it does. So what we've done this year is we have recorded the names. So they'll be read out as an audio, and I can tell you now it's took me 12 times to actually get through recording the audio completely without cracking. And there was so many, when you get to a point when you're recording something and you get to a point where you mess it up, and as you're pressing the button, you come out with expletives. I'm not going to repeat them, but where I'm coming from. And I got to the 12th one, and I managed to do it. So we've got that as well. And then we'll be finishing the night with another little, with a small little poem which AJ has wrote for us to give us permission to use tonight, sort of thing. So that's basically that. Thanks for coming. We've got to thank Middlesbrough Council for letting us have the Mandela Room. A few years ago, I was doing a radio show on Palace FM, and there was an item about the Mandela Room in one of the papers, and I made this big hoo-ha about, well, the Mandela Room, it's, you know, like Nelson Mandela and all this stuff, it should be used for community purposes. And personally, I think things like TDOR events and other community events, the Mandela Room is the perfect place to use them, so we're really grateful to Middlesbrough Council for letting us do that. I've also got to say thanks to the Middlesbrough Pride Committee. Last year, this event wouldn't have took place without them, and the same again this year. I'm now going to hand over to Abby, who runs Taste Trans, and then after that, we're going to be getting on, and we will then do the first bit of media from AJ. Right, thanks a lot. Abby?
Hiya, I'm Abby. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. I work alongside Hart Gables, doing Taste Trans under them. I help to support and build confidence for the T's, transgenders or non-confirming people. I also try to work alongside the families as well, children tops of age of 15, won't work with any younger. I'd just like to also make aware that trans people and non-confirming people do need to start calling the police on events of any hate crime issues and stuff like that. They've been really good for myself on my own experience. They do a great job. They're always there for you. I know some occasions some of us don't like calling the police, and even if we don't, there is other places we can go to if we don't want to call the police. There's loads of drop-in centres now around the areas for Middlesbrough to go to, or anything else. So all I can say is just please make sure you call the police on any hate crime, or even if it's something even out in the street, you know, don't hesitate to call the police. The woman was to get our voices out there and make sure that we're being heard. They are trying their best to tackle it as best they can. There you go. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Abby. Before we do the film, one thing I want to say, we've got some badges what Rachel made for us, Rachel Milne, and like they're pretty awesome, to be honest with you. That's them there, if you can see. And what we're going to do in the future as well is we're going to get a lot of these made, and we're going to hand them out free of charge. And if people get in touch with our Facebook page, like if we can get the funding to send them out, we'll post them out to people. And if we can get a thing going where, because what brought me the idea is this like I changed my profile picture on Facebook black today, because blacktrans.org, it's about trans people of colour, and I'm actually sort of colour. My father was born in Calcutta, so you know it's a long story, it's all sort of stuff. But what we want to do is, if we can start getting more visible things out there, and like people, I see this badge, and people see this badge, and they know it stands for, you know, trans. So if we can get things like that out there, and people start wearing them, then they become visible. And then if you've got a transgender person who might be just early in transition, and you're going out downtown, because believe me, it's a very traumatic thing to do when you're just out in transition. What they can do is, if they see people with a badge or something like that, they know they're safe, or they know if someone's giving them some grief, they know they can be approached. You know, so I think that's something that's really maybe important moving forward, if we can do things to raise the visibility of different things. And it might be a bit gimmicky, it might not be a bit gimmicky. Some people don't like the flag. I personally do, but you know, that's okay too. But like Soren Kierkegaard said, once you label something, you negate it, so we won't give it a name, we'll just do it and see what happens. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're now going to play the media, which AJ McKenna has very kindly done for us. So we're going to turn the lights off for this, so don't be scared. It's actually going to look a lot better with the lights off, it really is. All right, thank you very much.